Hey, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day, a blessed day, and getting 1% better than yesterday, and breaking free from anything that's holding you back from having the best day ever and becoming the best version of yourself. And happy first day of spring, a time of hope and renewal, which I think I'm going to talk a lot about in today's video. Before I get into that, just a quick recap of last week. I made $200 with Instacart and Spark, and I made $100 for snow blowing. That was kind of for the season, but it came in a timely manner because I had been down some shifts at work, so I was able to add that $300 to what I made Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of waiting tables, and I ended up where I needed to be. That's fine. I feel blessed that I'm in that situation, and part of the reason I'm in that situation is because I broke free from debt, I broke free from materialism, and broke free from my comfort zone to side hustle, and just was on the path of personal, spiritual, emotional development. And we've talked a little bit about renewal and the approach of spring on this channel, but with it being today, I definitely wanted to dig deeper into it. What Bible verse would find me today to talk about renewal, to talk about hope, to talk about the season, and how can we apply it to our own break-free journeys? We're all at different parts of our journey. We're all breaking free from different things. Freedom can mean something to many different people, but the verse I came up with today, Ephesians 4:23, it said, "Instead, let the Spirit renew your thoughts and your attitudes." I think there's a lot there in just that brief verse. Instead, let the Spirit renew your thoughts and attitudes. So instead of what? Number one, I guess instead to not be renewed, to have the negative thoughts, to have the negative attitudes. But instead, let the Spirit renew your thoughts. And what kind of thoughts should we have renewed this first day of spring and every day as we carry it with us? Positive thoughts, kind thoughts, loving thoughts, joyful thoughts, peaceful thoughts, satisfied thoughts, free thoughts. Be a free thinker. Think for yourself. And what attitudes should be renewed on this Monday, first day of spring? Hopeful attitudes, compassionate attitude, an optimistic attitude, an authentic attitude, an attitude of forgiveness, an attitude of freedom. And being renewed in our thoughts and attitudes, freedom of our thoughts, and having a free attitude is breaking free from unhealthy thoughts, unhealthy attitudes, unhealthy desires, unhealthy cravings that drain us and that keep us tied down with a ball and chain, that we are not free from those unhealthy thoughts, cravings, and desires. And what do those unhealthy thoughts, attitudes, cravings, and desires, what do they waste? What do they drain us of? They drain us of our energy, our thoughts, our intellect, our passion, and our desires. They keep us spending. They wear us out. It's a battle sometimes. Just a waste of energy to have non-peaceful thoughts, to have a negative attitude, to have no hope, to have no optimism, to hold on to grudges instead of forgiveness, to be unsatisfied instead of satisfied. You're going to have all those desires wasting away that drain us, all your desires, your intellect, the stuff that you're going to try to learn about is going to be wasted instead of being put to positive use of how you can be a happier, healthier, freer person. Your thoughts, your mind loop's just going to go on and on. The monkey mind of, I should have done this, I should have said this is going to happen, something bad's going to happen. It's going to not only spend our money, it's going to spend our time and our thoughts and our energy and our passion. We could have passion for freedom. We could have passions for personal development. But instead, our passions could be wasted on negative things, on negative desires, until we don't have anything left. And I was pretty close to that at one point. You just spend and spend and spend everything you got, and you're too stubborn to learn. That was me. And I think I know people like that right now in my own life. Just keep wasting those thoughts, wasting all that energy, wasting your intellect away, wasting your passions away, your desires for the wrong things, until you have nothing left and none of the good things left. And I think this spring we should be renewed. We should have the courage to break free, and we should have the courage to live free, to break free of the negative thoughts, of the things that waste our energy, to break free from things that waste our intellect. Our passions should be positive ones, and desire equals suffering. And it's a contract with ourselves that says we will not be happy until we have this certain object. And I want to live free from all of those things and be satisfied and be peaceful and joyful and hopeful and forgiving. And how do we develop that courage? And I always like to say courage is clarity. You cannot have courage if you are numbed, if you are drugged, if you are just hiding from reality. Courage is clarity. We have to be clear in our thinking, as I am and you are right now. So how do we develop courage? We develop courage not by being happy every day. We develop it by surviving difficulties and adversities. Surviving difficulties and adversities, in the great words of Epicurus. So what difficulties have you survived in your life? What adversity have you survived in your life? I like how it says survived. We develop our courage by going through those. If everything was perfect, I guess that would be heaven, but life's not perfect. We're on this path, I think, to learn certain lessons, and we all have our own lessons to learn. Difficult times, adversities of relationships, family relationships, personal relationships, health adversities, difficult health times financially, spiritually, emotionally. And it's not such a bad thing. Because we talked about also, can we see the blessings of those things in real time? No, it's hard. It's hard to see the blessing of being the child of a divorce. It's hard to see the blessing of realizing how far in debt you are. It's hard to see the blessing of you have neuropathy pain in your feet. It's hard to see the blessing of certain friends moving away. Adversity. It's hard to see the blessing of losing some shifts at work. But that develops our courage. And like it says, we develop our courage through difficulty and adversity. And like the saying goes, a sailor, no great sailors are built on smooth seas, right? They have to navigate those difficult seas and those waves and those tidal waves occasionally. But that stuff is going to help us grow. And I'm growing, and I'm still continuing to grow. And I'd like to think that, man, I just started my renewal of spring. And every year, the crop gets better that I'm harvesting every spring and planting new seeds. And the seeds that I've already planted are growing up, and then they're dropping seeds, and it's just growing, and it's growing, and it's growing. And our character is built in response to difficulties, not in its absence. So your character, if you're going through difficulties right now, it's developing your character. You're developing courage. They're blessings in disguise. And now is the time to see that and to renew yourself. The next thing I want to talk about is it's not too late to live the life that you want to have. And it's not too late to become courageous enough to go for these things. It's hard. Change is hard. We hang on to the things that we think are good. But are not. I think smoking cigs is good. But the only thing better than not smoking a cig is forgetting that you haven't smoked one in a while and saving that money. I thought that sitting on a bar stool was good, but sitting home with your family is so much better. I thought that spending money on anything that I wanted would make me happy, but I realized that saving money was happier. So it's not too late to be sober. It's not too late. And it's not too late to do all of these things, to get healthy, to save. It's not too late to make connections and develop better connections. It's not too late to do the job that you want to have, to break free. It's not too late to start adventures. It's not too late to start being productive. It's not too late to forgive. It's not too late to follow your dreams. So now that we are in renewal, we're renewing our thoughts, we're renewing our attitudes, we're developing our courage to face difficult times, to grow, to build our character, to understand that it's not too late to get the things that we want no matter where we are on our path in life. And let's finish off this episode with 12 positive self-care affirmations to bring with you today, tomorrow, and the next day as we start stringing together the best days that we can have. And that's going to string it into a great week, to a great month, to a great season, to a great summer. We're going to get freer every day. I can't wait for it. And let's start off. Number 1, I am enough. Number 2, I'm working on me for me. I think that's important. It's not for outside approval. That's another thing that we need to break free from, because that is not within our control. I'm doing this for me. I started this journey for me, to see me become the best version of myself, and I hope to inspire you to do that too. Number 3, it's going to be okay. I'm pretty positive in that. It's going to work out fine, no matter what happens. No matter if the restaurant closes, my feet get worse. Things are going to be okay, partly because I'm building a strong foundation right now. Number 4, good things are coming to me. Good things are coming to you. Number 5, I'm stronger than my problems. We've been stronger than every problem that we've ever faced up to this point so far. There's no problems that can beat us, and there's no problems that we can't beat. It is hard. Sometimes it's easier to give in and to lay on the mat and to be pinned 1, 2, 3 by addictions, by work issues, financial issues, mountains of debt, anxiety, stress, fears. But we are stronger than all of those. We can break free from all of those. Number 6, the past is over. We can't change it. Learn from the past. Live in the present and hope for the future. The past is gone. Learn from it and leave it. Number 7, I love myself. How often do you say that? I love myself. You are enough. You don't have to change. You're enough to be free. Number 8, I deserve endless love and happiness. I wonder how many people don't think that. Think they're in a bad relationship, just hanging on, or have just come out of one. You deserve endless love and happiness from yourself and from others. Number 9, my body deserves to be loved. So treat it that way. I've been trying to slow down on the sweets. It's going to get me. I'm going to go for a walk today on historic South Street in Auburn, New York. And on that street, there's lots of cool city map markers that talk about the history of the city. Also, William Seward lived on that street, and Harriet Tubman. So I'm going to go. That's a few blocks from me. I'm going to go park, and that's the street. Number 10, I'm proud of myself. I hope that you're proud of yourself. I hope that people have told you that they are proud of you. I hope you say that you're proud of others. I'm proud of myself. I know how far that I've come. And I tell my kids that I'm proud of them every day, over and over, so they always have that feeling, and they'll never lack for being loved and being proud. I always say I'm in love with them, and I'm very, very proud of them. And I'm proud of myself too. I had my struggles, but I was stronger than them. And things are good. I feel like I'm the luckiest guy in the world. And the only time I ever don't feel like that is if I start looking around and comparing myself to things and people that I cannot control. I'm happy for everyone else, and I'm grateful for what I have. Number 11, I focus on what I can control. The Serenity Prayer, every philosophy out there, there's two things. We can control it or we can't. Focus on what you can control. And number 12, my life is worth living. And it's worth living well. Number 1, I hope these messages find someone who needs to hear it. Pass the messages along. I hope you have a great first day of spring and a great second day of spring tomorrow. Let me know how you're doing, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Break free.